Hey guys, welcome to the behind the scene of my short experimental film called The Rift. The Rift is a short science fiction film. If you haven't seen it, please check it out first and then see this video second. In the beginning of the short film, we see the main character walk inside a room and see another guy walking around who's not supposed to be there. This guy beats him up and the main character gets very upset. This entire sequence was filmed with natural light coming from outside. This light coming from outside is the main key light, which illuminates the actors from one side. To create a more dramatic look, I used a large black cloth to create a negative film on the other side of the actors' faces and to prevent light from bouncing all around in the room. I occasionally bounced off a little more light on the actor's face here and there, but nothing too drastic. After the main character gets punched in the face, he walks out of the room. We see him walk in frame and stand still in front of a half-transparent plastic sheet with lights coming from behind it. One of these lights acts as the key light in the shot, which is the Aperture LS1C I hung up on the ceiling with good old-fashioned tie rips. To create this setting, I bought plastic cover sheets and hung them up on the ceiling with clamps. I wanted to put stuff in the foreground to make it look more interesting, so I put some racks in lines and just put some random stuff in it. After this sequence, the main character enters the room behind the plastic sheets and the simulation machine is revealed. I used the Aperture Amaran AL-MX as the key light and placed it inside the machine as part of the setting. I put my Aperture Mini 20D off frame and used it as rim light for the main character, which also served as an enhancer to enhance the practical RGB lights on set. I gelled both of these lights with a set of filters from Elinchrom to match it up with the RGB lights coming from the machine. The Aperture LS1C, while still hanging on the ceiling, serves as a background light, and it looks really nice with its warm tint, finishing off the sci-fi look I wanted. To create the machine, I used junk I had laying around for no good reason. I had a broken fridge and a Mac Pro case, which I've used before in another short film of mine called The Collector. I painted both black and started to drill stuff on it to make it look more interesting, and to create that sci-fi look, of course. It didn't have to be complex, as long as it looked nerdy as hell, and I think it worked out pretty great. When the main character goes into the simulation, the same lighting setup is applied as during the beginning, and this lighting setup is also the case in the last and final scene. For this short, I wanted to play with colors and make a cool science fiction setting. I also wanted to make it easier for myself by creating a set in which I didn't have to move the lights and adjust them every time I had to film a different shot. It was a bit of a challenge, but I had a lot of fun doing it and I think it worked out pretty great. Don't you think? Again, thanks for watching and hopefully I can make another one.